So Nicolene Smith, she's an internal controls manager for a Sub-Saharan Africa Marriott International, one of the world's leading hospitality companies, where she plays a key role in strengthening processes and supporting integrity across the region. She's particularly passionate about training and developing others to reach their full potential. Driven by her commitment for personal growth, she decided to join Speak with Impact for public speaking and step out of her comfort zone, and I think she's found her new zone, and strengthen her voice. She believes that growth happens when we challenge ourselves, and tonight is exactly what you will be doing, exciting part of your journey. Nicolene's talk, When Controls Work, Guests Feel It. It's showing us the invisible structures in business behind the scenes in a hotel, and that's what guests remember the most. So please put your hands together for Nicolene Smith and When Controls Work, Guests Feel It.
Thank you. Picture this. You're on holiday with your family and you're staying at a beautiful island resort hotel. The sun is shining. It is hot, but luckily there's a slight breeze in the air. You tell your family that you're going to go for a quick run, but instead you decide to hop over to the bar for a sneaky ice-cold pina colada. Yum, right? You place your order with the waiter and you sit back admiring the view. You take a deep breath. Finally, you can relax. After waiting 15 minutes for your drink to arrive, you look over to the bar and the waiter is nowhere to be seen. Eventually you manage to flag him over and he apologizes profusely. He explains that he placed the order with the barman verbally, but that they had forgotten to make the drink. But not to worry, your drink is on its way. Your pina colada ends up being everything you wanted it to be, ice cold and delicious. When you finished, you ask the waiter for the bill, but after waiting another 15 minutes for the bill to arrive, you decide to just get up and leave. You return to your room where your family is still waiting for you to return from your run. Later that evening, you and your family decide to just relax at the resort and enjoy dinner at the main restaurant. All the food looks so delicious. Everyone places their orders, but unfortunately 2 of the dishes are out of stock. The waiter makes alternative recommendations, which tasted okay, but it wasn't really what you felt like. When the bill arrives, the 2 dishes that the waiter recommended ended up being more than what was advertised on the menu. Plus, your sneaky pina colada from earlier that morning was added to your dinner bill for your whole family to see, and without anyone even mentioning it to you. When you get back to your room, you mention to your wife that you feel slightly frustrated with the service issues you experienced, and having experience in the industry, you feel that guests would have a better experience if 1, the chef ensured that all the menu items was in stock. 2, you wonder if the food and beverage manager checked that the menu item prices matched the prices in the point of sale to avoid any discrepancies. And you also wonder if the food and beverage manager checked that only management have got access to change menu prices in the point of sale, because you find it slightly suspicious that the 2 items that the waiter recommended happen to also be the 2 items that was overpriced. You mention nothing about the pina colada to your wife, hoping that she didn't notice. You see, however, that she's not quite herself, and so in an effort to comfort her, you ask her if everything's okay. She gives you a stern look and says, "Would you care to explain why there was a pina colada on our dinner bill this evening?" And that, ladies and gentlemen, is when the real fight started. So, now that you've learned that internal controls can support operations and assist in elevating the guest experience, don't you think that you'd enjoy your vacation so much more if our associates had that same mindset? Wouldn't you feel more comfortable knowing that if we place the guest experience at the forefront of the controls environment, that you'd have less challenges at the hotel? Don't you think that our associates, our guests, and the business would benefit if we use the tools and resources available to us to train our associates so that they can implement controls? And wouldn't it just be amazing if we can go on vacation without having to worry about controls? I'm fortunate to be part of this incredible support team. The internal controls team have developed tools, resources, and training materials to assist you to implement controls at your hotels. And over the next 2 days, you will learn where to find and how to use those tools. Ladies and gentlemen, I challenge you today to destroy the perception that internal controls and compliance adds operational effort without a clear understanding that in many cases it could actually elevate the guest experience. What if we viewed internal controls and compliance as an act of caring for our guests, our associates, and the business? Remember, when we implement internal controls at our hotels, we are in essence taking corrective action. Corrective action will lead to compliance with our policies. Compliance with our policies will ensure a better guest experience, and it goes without saying that a better guest experience will ensure consistent profitability. I would like for you to remember just one thing this evening, that if controls work, guests feel it. Thank you.